got our gearbox, got our motor. There's a reason for it, because our barn find R32 has got no engine.
What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So on today's video we'll be working on our barn find R32 Skyline.
This car, I've had this car for probably the last, I'm gonna say like 3 years. I've probably had this car. I only literally just pulled it out of storage. A bit messy at the moment. Got heaps of headlights, I suppose. It's a full 6-point roll cage, custom dash, and look at those cobwebs. That's just how long it's been sitting there, fam. So we've got our cage. It's all homologated, 5-stud, big brakes. The Keto lock kit, it's the same steering as what Joe Kukutai used to run in his 32. So I have opted to a 1JZ. There's always reasons behind it. I'm a big fan of the 1Js, and they seem to be quite reliable on factory setup. If you keep them at a reasonable power level, at about 250 kilowatt, even 300 kilowatt, they seem to just hold together and just last for a very long time. And what we'll be backing this is our R154, and we went ahead and the 6-puck clutch, got our flywheel skimmed, brand new pressure plate, and we've got our ARP flywheel bolts. So these are the things that we didn't really want to skimp out on. There's a clutch. I had a second-hand one there, but I just didn't want to go there. And then we've got our quartermaster throw-up bearing. So the reason for that is R154s are all pull type, and I'm not a really big fan of the pull type setup. So we've opted out and went for a push type. We've got the push type clutch, and it just makes it so much easier with these. Took a little bit of fab work. We had to make up a little piece over here on the side, over there, just to hold it in place so it just sits there. As you know, with clutches, fingers start wearing and they start opening up. We've got our shims back here, so we've got quite a few. You'll check it every now and again to make sure that you've got a gap between the bearing and the clutch. You'll check it from time to time. If it's changed or anything, all you do is just remove a shim here, 1 or 2 or whatever. It's pretty straightforward. So right now we've pretty much got it all set up. For some of you that don't know, when you get your flywheel skimmed and sent back to you, sometimes they put oil on it just to stop it from getting rusted or anything like that. Put some brake clean on it and just give it a good clean. And same thing with this, with your pressure plate. When you get it brand new, you always have to clean the plate here. And then another pro tip for your ARP bolts. So if you don't know, if you know, you know. If you don't know, then you probably should search it up. You get one of these assembly lubricants, and what you do is you just put it on the head there, enough to paint it on. You don't really want to just put heaps on, because once you start tightening it up, it could fly off onto the flywheel eventually when you start driving, and then you know it's going to create problems with your clutch. Over here we've got our Loctite. I might go for the real aggressive Loctite. You put your Loctite on it, and then you just send it home at 70 foot-pounds of torque. Just another pro tip, fam, when you are torquing these bolts up, usually it would just start free spinning when you're trying to tighten them up. So what you do is you just grab a spanner, and then you just chuck a bolt in the flywheel and a bolt in the block. Alright, so I've got the clutch in. Now I want to quickly do the engine mounts before we move on to the next stage. If you guys don't already know, there's a lot of online about how to do these conversions nowadays. What we did was we ran with the SR subframe. Makes it so much easier. Like in my pro car over there, we've got the same thing, SR subframe with JZ conversion, Sylvia conversion kit. So we've got the engine mounts here, and then we've got the cross member for the gearbox. This actually had to be customized just to fit the R32. You make it work to your application. And then I've got the drive shaft here with the R154 yoke in it. Hopefully it all just marries up and then goes straight in. I'll say that now, but it probably ain't gonna happen. Before I put the gearbox on, I had put the mounts on and just put the motor in there just to make sure that it had fit, because I wasn't too sure which side they went on. If you know, you know, the JZs, they actually have, I don't know if you can see it there, they have the double mounts. There's no point trying to mount it while you've got the gearbox on. So now it's all flush. I know everything works now. Progress time. Just got the motor and box in.
I didn't want to bore you guys with a time lapse, because you guys probably seen a million motors go into a car. You know, I'm gonna not do that and just get straight to the point. So I've got the motor and box in. The one thing I just came across, the gear stick actually comes up short. It actually comes to about here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a perfect cut right around just so it fits in, so I can get the cross member in. And then I'll just fab this up and just cover that hole eventually. Motor and box is completely in now. We've got the drive shaft in. We've got the box all bolted up with the cross member. Cut that tunnel just slightly. Just a little bit. I didn't want to go too far up. I just wanted to go just enough so I can get the box in. Yeah, I'll deal with that at a later date. Yeah, we've got the drive shaft in, cross member in. She looks like she's at home in there. So I actually haven't even told you guys about the motor details itself. It is a standard motor. The only aftermarket stuff it's got on it is the teal wastegate and the aftermarket turbo, which is a Garrett boy. It's a young Garrett, and it's got a very small rear housing. So in theory, it should be perfect for that just quick response. I'm hoping to roughly get about 250 kilowatts. Ideally, I would love to get about 250 kilowatts, and that's on high boost. If we can get 250, that's perfect. But on low boost, I want to get 200 kilowatt. If you know me and you know what I've been through in the past with taking the pro car, it's not very cost effective when you're going to events. Literally, you're bombing a brand new set of tires within 2 laps. So my idea is 20 laps per one set, and this is going to be that car. I think low power, keep it fairly factory, fairly stock, you know, have the gangster steering lock, just keep it at a very low cost budget. As you guys all know now, drifting is a very expensive hobby now. What's next on the list is the wiring, which I've already got done. So we're going to be running our G4 Link Storm, and I've got all the wiring all done, and I've obviously went ahead and labeled everything, so it's all pretty much straightforward. Just a quick update on the pro car out there. The reason why it's on the trailer is because I actually took it in for scrutineering yesterday, because I've got an event coming up in another few days, which is called Backbeach Drifting. So it's legal street drifting event, and I've been invited to it, so I'm pretty stoked on that. It's actually funny, we actually failed on a few things. For you guys that don't know, your guys' seat bolts that hold in your seat, I didn't know till they actually picked up on it. I've been running them for a very long time in my pro car, for probably the last 10 years that I've had it, and I'm surprised that D1 or anyone else didn't pick up on it. You're not allowed to have factory seat bolts anymore. They need to be 8.8 grade bolts. So I went ahead and got 8 of those, because obviously I want to take passengers too. And I needed to replace the passenger seat belt because they were expired. Yeah, we'll get those installed probably tomorrow, because it's a bit late now. Tell me what your guys' thoughts are on this motor. What do you think I should have put in this car? Put it down in the comments below. So we're just down here at the track with one of our sponsors, Mark Roads Limited. We're going to do all the line markings around the track. So what he's doing now is, before they actually apply the actual paint, they're putting on some promoter. So all it is just like a base, and it just helps the paint just stick to the concrete. Whereas you can just put the paint straight down, but it most likely won't last that long at all. So you kind of want to do it, get the base down on it and get it done properly. You kind of want to do it once, do it right, and that's what Mark Roads is all about. They like to do the job properly, get it all done in one go, so they don't muck around, and then you're a satisfied customer with their work. They do top-notch work, and this is the reason for it, because they don't take shortcuts. They literally do everything step by step and make sure you get the benefits out of the work that you get from them. Alright, just got home, back from the track. Massive shout out to Mark Roads, one of our sponsors. This video will be going out now, Friday, and hopefully I can get the Backbeach Drift video up by Monday. So a massive shout out to Mark Roads. If it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be going to Backbeach. I just want to say also a massive thank you to you guys also. You guys really stepped it up and pretty much showed me that hitting that 3K subs was not impossible. I thought it was going to be a very long journey, but you know, we are here now. Let's do it. Road to 5K, baby. Let's do it. Let's hit it. Let's make shit happen. I'll see you guys on the next video.